Hello, I'm Jean Maguire. Today's talk is on Ellen Collins Dwyer. Hello, I'm Ellen. I was born in May 1842 and came aboard ship from Goodavour Parish of Doon, County Limerick, Ireland, to the U.S. at age 18, about 1860. We left due to the Great Potato Famine. I accompanied my parents, James Collins and Catherine Mackey, and my brothers, Pat and Mike Collins. My mother, Catherine Mackey, soon died, and my father, James Collins, returned to the beautiful countryside of Maguire, Ireland, and he remarried. Both brothers married and moved to Iowa. Patrick had 13 children, and Michael had 5 children. John Dwyer came aboard the ship Calhoun from Liverpool, England, to New York in the U.S. in 1860 as a laborer at the age of 22. He shows up in the 1860 census for Morris County, Rockaway Township, New Jersey. It shows his birth as 1838 in Ireland. John and I married about 1863 and started our large Catholic family with 4 children born in New Jersey, Patrick and James and Catherine, Ellen, and Nora. And John renounced his allegiance to Queen Victoria of Britain and Ireland, and in 1868 he became a U.S. citizen in New Jersey. John and I moved our family to Independence, Iowa, to be near my brothers in 1871, and a sister of John's, Margaret Dwyer. John decided to take off for the gold fields and mines in Central City, Colorado, and dutifully from 71 to 73 sent back money orders and letters to his family in Iowa, and I wrote back with family news. I joined John in Colorado in 1873, and soon the family grew again. Son John and Mary and William. By 1880, John worked as a miner in Silver Plume, Clear Creek, where Patrick was a teamster and the rest of the kids went to school. We were all crammed into a very chilly tent in a windy canyon. By 1879, Silver Plume's population reached 1,500 in the Silver Bend. The Dwyer family increased again with Nellie and Richard, and soon we needed space for a homestead. John had found his 160 acres southeast of there, and the Criley Ranch sits in Gilpin County in Golden Gate Canyon today. John testified that, as far as I can learn, about 8 years ago, I purchased it from James McNulty in 1880 and established my residence in 1880, frame dwelling house and good outhouses, all under fence, value of $1,000. Wife and 9 children have been temporarily absent to market. Some of us have been there all the time. Between 20 and 25 acres. This will be our 6th crop, good agriculture and grazing, good stable and cow houses. And there were testified witnesses of his neighbors, John Fraser and John O'Neill, who lived nearby. John received his patent in 1888. Our daughter, Catherine Allen, came interested in William Criley, a teamster who owned 160 acres next to ours, and in 1884 they were married and lived on the Criley Buttes Ranch. The Dwyer homestead was eventually purchased by developers and sold into large parcels. The Dwyer land is currently just outside the boundaries of Golden Gate Canyon State Park. In 85, John worked as a rancher where I kept house, and Patrick and James went to work in the teamster business. Our son-in-law, William, was also a teamster. Children Nora, James, and Mary continued to attend the Mountain House School on Golden Gate Canyon Road. And in 1888, he purchased a building in Nevadaville for $450, and this dwelling, with improvements, became our general store. John died in 1894. I remained and one day noticed with dread as a white dove threw in the window and landed on the bed. My son James was up in Montana, and he got killed in a mining accident that day in Butte in 1896 at the age of 26, and his body was sent home by train. I was so sad. Nevadaville, once a thriving boom town, when silver was changed to the gold standard, declined, and most of the people moved away. People bought entire houses, homes, and businesses and carted them away by railroads to Central City. Now when you visit, only the crumbling foundations remain. Sometimes I stayed in my own small log cabin near the Criley Ranch houses, intended for my own private retreat. My great-grandchildren were not allowed to come to my cabin. I was a small woman, bright and healthy. I bought and played paper dolls with my great-granddaughter Betty. In later years, I lived till the age of 93 with my daughter Nellie Floyd at 119 West Bayard in Denver. And I died at 92, a widow for 41 years in Denver. And John and I are buried in Mount Olivet Cemetery in Jefferson County. if you would like me to give a talk like this one to your club or organization, you can contact me, Jean, at mylegacywomen.com. Please like and share this video. Thank you.